These days, religion is all around us. In politics, in popular entertainment, in public demonstrations and confrontations, online and off, spiritual concerns have become a dominant feature of the national landscape. Yet often lost amid the diverse enthusiasms, the political and cultural battles, and the commercial hype, is any clear idea about where these convictions come from. What do people mean when they talk about spirituality or faith, or when they claim that God talks to them? What in human nature gives rise to a sense of the transcendent, and could this have more to do with how our brains work than with the existence of a divine order? And perhaps most puzzlingly, what leads one person to embrace spirituality and another to see such beliefs in the unseen and the unproven as nothing more than wishful thinking?
My mother was raised as a Christian Scientist, and she decided to take me to a Christian Science practitioner. It was sort of a natural decision because both of us had been going to Christian Science church, and rather than seek the attention of doctors, they use practitioners who pray over you. My mother turned me over to this woman. She began praying. I'm not even sure if she was praying out loud or maybe she was talking, but I was lying in her lap and I had this sensation of the top of my head sort of being taken off, and this strange sort of bath of incredibly intense light pouring through me, over me, and I just stopped crying. I mean, in astonishment, really. I did not know what had happened or was happening to me.
I think that the idea of natural selection is both wonderful, the best idea anybody's ever had, and a dangerous idea. Not surprising for such a powerful idea that it would be dangerous. It's dangerous for several reasons. One is that it does pull the rug out from under the single best argument for the existence of God, the argument from design, and that foundation for religious belief, now that it's removed, it doesn't go quietly.
New Age pop spirituality is a very eclectic collection of ideas and beliefs, mostly involving the supernatural. It grows, in some ways, almost directly out of the recovery movement and the therapeutic culture. I tend to see angels, for example, which were very popular in the early 1990s. Angels seem to me to be like the perfect parents that people in 12-step groups might have dreamed of. Angels watched over you, they gave you unconditional love, you know, they would do everything from helping you with your tax returns to pulling you out of the way of a speeding car. Angels were always there for you. They never judged you, they only loved you. They were, you know, they were this idealized recovery version of a perfect parent.
Sometimes people will argue in a reductionist direction and say if spiritual experience is somehow mediated by the brain, then it's clearly simply a neurological event. There's nothing transcendent about what's going on.
That has become the major question for me about these incidents. Are they something that comes from inside me, or is it something that comes from without?
It is as if there were in the human consciousness a sense of reality, a perception of what we may call something there. So far as religious conceptions are able to touch this reality feeling, they are believed in spite of criticism, even though they might be so vague and remote as to be almost unimaginable. William James, The Varieties of Religious Experience.